Hey there, everybody. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything up here, but I figured I would post a little video about a deck box that I have just purchased. It's through Fantasy Flight, and I picked it up from my local gaming store. And I just kind of wanted to share this with you. It's a really great product. I couldn't find any information about it online before I purchased it, so I'd like to kind of share some of my reviews and thoughts about it. So hopefully either you'll get it or you'll stay away from it. The deck box itself is advertised as being able to hold 100 sleeved cards, but it has two features that some of the other deck boxes don't have and that I haven't seen before. The first really cool thing about this deck box is, I have to pop the top off real quick here. As you can see, the front plate, I have Syncopate actually on the front of it. I love the card art for it. I switch it out between that and Stab Wound because I think the art's really cool. But it didn't come like that. Actually, it has a clear plate. If you just stick your finger underneath the top, it pops right off. So I was telling my friend last night that it's very similar to like a baseball card holder, something you'd almost screw in place. It's real thick. It does have the Fantasy Flight logo down there right at the bottom. It's etched in, so it's not like a sticker, it's not going to peel off or anything like that. Then the actual card itself just kind of sits inside. Then it's got beveled corners to hold the card in place so that way it's not flopping around. I've had it in here for about a day and a half. There's no corner damage or anything like that. The one downside to this, however, though, is that you can't have it in a sleeve, even if you have like the perfect fit sleeves, because this actually perfectly fits in here, which I like, I guess. I mean, I was talking to a friend yesterday that I probably wouldn't put a card in the front here if it had a value of over like $5, because I don't know what it would hold up to if there would be an accident and there was water damage or anything like that. So I've really just been keeping it to cool commons and uncommons that I really like the art on, or that kind of stuff. So all you have to do is you put your card in like this, and then you take your plate right here, just snap that right on top. So right now I use this deck box for my Magic the Gathering cards. Right now I am playing a green-white deck with tokens, and the other reason, and this brings me to the other reason why I bought this deck, is you're going to see this really great, like, gray bottom to this. Pops right open and actually functions as a great little storage unit. As you can see, I have quite a few dice in there. It is just one layer, but every game I've played since I've gotten it, that's pretty much all I'm going to need for dice, I think. So it's really nice. The only downside to the actual box itself that I'm seeing right now is I'm going to try to show you this. The hinges themselves are just 3 little plastic connectors. I'm really sketchy on this. I mean, I open my deck box a lot. I'm going to be opening the bottom a lot, and I'm worried as to how long this is actually going to last before the top of this breaks off. And it would be a bummer to have to throw, you know, duct tape or something like that on the back of it to hold it together. The other thing, 2 real minor things that I'm kind of concerned about is that you can't actually pop this gray bottom part off, and that's what's holding the dice. So when I'm in a tournament, instead of it being really cool and sitting like this, I have it sitting like this, which is like, well, alright, now my card's upside down. And it's like, do you flip it around, put the card the other way, but then I don't know, I'm still trying to figure that one out. There is one thing I would like to also add, especially for people who are playing EDH right now. The deck itself, or the deck box itself, is advertised as holding 100 sleeved cards. I'm just going to give you a peek at what the inside kind of looks like. This is the inside of the box. This is a 60 card deck. Might be 61, but it does not have the sideboard included into it. So I don't know if that's actually going to hold 100 sleeved cards. Right now, I do have KMCs on here, so they don't really stick together, but I do have some bad past experience with Ultra Pros in tight boxes where they do get stuck together, images have transferred, that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind when you are buying this. I would probably just really recommend it for people who are playing a 60 card deck 70 or 15 card sideboard. I don't really actually think that would really hold. Overall, if I had to give it a rating, I think it would be really a 7 out of 10. I think it's really cool. I can have my own art on the front. I think the art from the Magic sets are great. Every artist is fantastic, and it's kind of neat to have that up there. But I'm a little worried. There's a lot of great features, but I'm hoping that the construction manages to live long enough for me to take this to enough F&Ms or, you know, game days where I get my money's worth. I did purchase it from my local game store at, I believe it was $10.99, which seems to be roughly about the average price. I think I saw some cheaper ones on eBay, but it was more of a want it now kind of thing. I know they have them in black and red and green and blue as well, but I think those are the only colors at the moment. I might be wrong on that. And I just do, before I finish this this video, I want to give you kind of an idea of how big this deck box really is. My hands are kind of large, so I'm just going to show you here this is the closest thing I have, so it's a bottle of Mountain Dew. We all know how big that is. It is a really big deck box. Let me go ahead and grab, I have my spare right here. I'll show you the comparison to what most of us use, the Ultra Pro boxes. Real big difference. But again, that's mostly because of the token storage, and they do give you a lot of great space for your cards. You can kind of hear they do have a lot of space, so kind of a big difference. I don't know if any of you have the leather boxes. This is comparison to the leather one, a little bit less drastic, but yeah, overall I'm really happy. I will, if anything bad does happen to it, I'll make sure to post up a video and let you guys know how I overall like it and how it works out so far. I mean, I did play at my game day with it, and it was awesome. A lot of compliments, a lot of people really loving on the art and stuff like that, so it's cool. The one thing I do, however, is I never put the same color that I'm playing in the front because I feel like that's just giving it away. Well, y'all have a great afternoon, and thank you for checking in with me, and game on. Later, guys.